another evening date with the empty street below. Wonder if you even know that I pause here every time, like a broken nursery rhyme.
Hello, my name is Athena Plott. I am a fashion design student currently attending the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I wanted to introduce this video. I made a milkmaid style dress out of a pattern that I made in a prior video. The prior video where I made the pattern is in the milkmaid sewing vlog, which is currently on my YouTube, and that was me making the pattern, me making a toile, and this video is me making like the final garment. A toile is basically like a test, like proto garment that you make before actually making the garment out of the fabric that you want to make it out of. So this garment is obviously a lot better than the last garment because I learned a lot through making it. And so I hope you enjoy my process video of me making the final dress.
So I did some fixing. So for the lining, I actually got rid of it and I made the lining a facing instead because how it was fitting, I just did not like. It was not fitting well, so I still have to finish this like seam a bit. I serged it, but I don't like it serged, so I think when I go to make the final dress, I'm actually going to make a bias binding and bias bind it. But I'm gonna try this on again and figure out what I need to make edits to for my pattern. I definitely need to make a facing, which I'm going to do, and I made sure all the skirt pieces are lining up. I don't know why they didn't line up before. I did make this pattern like super huge before, and then I had to severely decrease it, and I already decreased it, but I'm gonna try it on again and see if I need to decrease the pattern pieces more. It looks a lot better that I made the lining a facing. I still think this needs to be decreased quite a bit. So that needs to be decreased. The skirt pattern is actually really good. I really like the skirt pattern. So that I'm not gonna fix. It's just the top. Like, it's too much. It's like it's fine down here, but it's too much up here. Like, way too much. So I gotta fix that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just edited my pattern pieces and added a facing piece, and I think I'm gonna use this fabric, this blue fabric, and hopefully I'll have enough of it, and if I don't, then I might use this as well. I think they're two different blues, but this is striped a little bit, so I think that might add some like intrigue to it, and I think it will make it look really pretty. But my battery's about to die, so I really need to charge my camera.
Are you cold enough? Or is there someone else beside you? Left a left-hand side behind and let you down? Or have you figured out how to sleep all by yourself? I know you always like to have someone around. And I can't let a good thing, can't let a good thing, I can't let a good thing lie. How you feeling now? 'Cause I saw it in your face, you won't retract to me. And the world before me's turning. I'm afraid of what I'm learning. I'm afraid I've done some things I can't explain. Because I can't let a good thing, can't let a good thing, I can't let a good thing, no. And I can't let a good thing, I can't let a good thing, no. I can't let a good thing.
Early morning conversations, hanging out the edge of your bed. I don't have a hesitation when you're the one I see in my head. 'Cause you say something funny just to get me back, and I say something stupid just to make you laugh. Like I read it in a podcast somewhere, I could be the one to kiss your heart. I don't have to understand it, you know that this love is a work of art. 'Cause it don't gotta be perfect, it's just gotta be ours. If you look back, baby, I won't tell you. No, we don't pretend that it's now or never. If I wait all night, I can wait forever, and then hold your head till it all gets better. If alone you say when you change your mind, I'll be here to stay, give you all the nights you need, honestly. Oh, magnolia sunrise skylines, creeping through the windows in your room. Tell me all the thoughts you're keeping, the eyes of the storms you've been looking through. Swear you got nothing to prove now, we're just two flowers in bloom. If you won't look back, baby, I won't tell you. No, we don't pretend that it's now or never. If I wait all night, I can.
So this is what the ruffles are looking like for the bottom. I don't think that's that bad. Hopefully it looks better than the proto. So this is what the ruffles is looking like. I decreased it by like an inch, maybe 2 inches. I don't exactly remember the measurement. I have to show you something. It's called a bias binding maker. So this is it. And if you're new to sewing and you want to get into making your own bias binding, invest in a pack of these. I think I got this from like Amazon. And they come in a pack of like multiple different sizes. Where's my other one? This is another like bias binding maker. It's for like a really tiny one. I don't understand why you would want bias binding this tiny. This is like the size of it. But I use the big one the most. But I'm finishing some seams with some bias binding, and I'm going to show you how I iron it. I also like to do my bias binding with 2 seams. I will do one fold and open it, and then fold in that sew in that fold line, And then the next one I will turn it over. I'll like do it with my hands. I'll turn it over and I'll do a stitch in the ditch, so that way it looks like this. So that's what I'm currently doing, and I'm not pinning all of it because I'm a pro. I've been doing this for many years, so I'm gonna do that, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I wanted to go over my adjustable straps. So I made an adjustable strap, and it looks like this. So one side has the, what's it called? The slider. This is the slider. And one side has the ring. And I don't know, it just makes things look a lot more professional when I make dresses. The tricky part is I don't know exactly where I should put the strap because the top part is all ruffled and it doesn't have the drawstring in yet, so I don't know exactly where that lands. This is the underarm right here, so I'm assuming that it should go a little bit more towards the back. And the place that goes on the back is the one with the ring. That goes on the back of your dress. So I'm going to pin that there for a moment. I'm going to try this placement. I'm only going to sew half of the facing and then do the drawstring, so that way I can tell if these are going to work or not. And I didn't really measure the straps either. I just made like one, and I'm going to see if it works, and if it doesn't, then back to the drawing board. I think it needs to come up more. But yeah, I highly suggest if you are getting into sewing, don't waste your time making one size straps because you're gonna regret it later. It's just worth the extra effort and it just looks better. So there's the strap on the dress, and I'm going to put the facing on with it and sew it in one seam. So that's my update. Okay, so I pinned it on. Oh, my hair's stuck. I pinned on where I think the strap should be. And then all of this is going to be gathered, like all around the bust. And I think it's looking good. It looks kind of crazy right now, but just imagine all of this gathered. I think it's proportionate amounts of gathering. I do think maybe this needs to be higher, like maybe the straps need to go, because here's the strap line. Strap line's right here, so I think the straps actually need to go a bit up more now that I'm looking at it. The straps were more in the armpit, closer to this side seam, but I moved it up more so that way it can hit this line on the dress form. And then imagine all of this is going to be gathered to look like that. So right now it looks like she has big, enormous, like her whole, she's all exposed, but it's not going to be like that once I add the drop. I sewed my straps onto my dress. I sewed it in between the facing and the body fabric. So it's right here. I sewed it. And the straps are adjustable. I'm pretty sure I showed you how I was like able to do that. All you need is this, I think it's called, this is called a ring. Sometimes you can buy like a D-ring. You need one of these. And you need an adjuster, which I have right here. And you can find a lot of videos online on how to make adjustable straps. I would say for all of your dresses, it doesn't have sleeves, I would make adjustable straps. It just makes your life easier. and that way, you know, strap heights can make or break your dress. You know, the neckline could be too low. I have an update. So I put in the facing before, and I did bias binding on the facing edge, and I made a bias binding ribbon. So now the cup is, one cup is done. I need to put bias binding on the other side on the inside, on this part. I haven't finished, but one cup is done, and I think it looks good. I think the amount of ruffles is also pretty good.
Hello everyone! So I wanted to show you the final dress that I just finished today. I had to take a bit of a break from sewing this. When I started sewing this, it was before I had finals in school, and so I had to focus on the projects that were due, that were school related, and I have a vlog currently up showing the process of me doing making some of my finals. But now that it's winter break, I finally have time to do things, and so I finally finished this dress that I started. I started this in the fall, and it's now in the winter. So I'm gonna try this on, give you a little bit of a debrief of what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So the biggest thing that I changed from the proto to the final is that these cups were fully lined, and instead I did a facing to finish the top seam, and I sewed the drawstring into the facing and the body fabric. So that's how I finished the top seam. And then with the lining, the bottom seam right here would have been also finished. But instead of lining, I did bias binding. So this is completely bias bound. So I think that this is a lot neater. The reason why I got rid of the lining was because it was causing some unnecessary ruching, and it was causing some like weird puckering to happen amongst the cup area that I didn't like, and so I got rid of that problem. Another thing that I changed was the straps. Originally I borrowed straps from an old bra that were made out of elastic and had adjustable straps. This time I made my own straps, and I made them woven instead of a knit elastic band. So that was another change that I did. The last thing that I changed when it came to finishing was in the proto, I had a serge seam here. And in the final, I decided to do a bias binding for the zipper. So I did this because it didn't really make sense if the whole entire garment was basically bias bound to do a serge edge. I wanted to keep it uniform, and then also this allows me, there's extra fabric here, so this allows me to make alterations if need be. So that's it. Okay, so this is the final dress, and I think it's a lot better and fits a lot better than the proto. I think the bust area is the biggest improvement. And I especially like that it is adjustable, so I can make it tighter, like super tight, or I can make it a little looser. So I do like that option. And overall, I think this was a success. I definitely see myself making this in other colors. And I also, another thing that I really like is I like the length. It doesn't feel too short for me, but it also doesn't feel too long. I think this might be like a complete success. I don't really have any negatives. The only issue is I think I did the adjustable straps wrong. I'm still learning how to do them. I watched a YouTube video and I think I got something confused because they're not really that adjustable, but currently where they sit is a good length for me. So I don't think that causes too much of an issue. I think the next time I make this, I would want to put in better adjustable straps. But that's something I can always fix like later on. And then another thing I would like to say is that while I was zippering it, because there is thick bias binding here, it makes it really hard to zipper at this center seam. And that's because there's so much extra fabric there. That's how it is for like a lot of dresses. I don't know exactly how to fix that. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. Maybe like a solution to that would be thinner bias binding. So that might be a solution, but as of now, I think that the dress is really pretty, and I think it's completely a success. And I also think I look good in it, so I think that's, that's nice. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next one, and please remember to like and subscribe if possible. No pressure, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to make these videos. Just the process alone of making garments takes a lot of time, but it takes even more time filming it, so I hope that you respect that. But yeah, thank you for watching if you got to the end. I really appreciate it overall.